Hello guys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to our Pokemon Shield blind playthrough. In case you didn't already know, we already completed our challenge, so this is just endgame content now. This means that we are technically doing things a little bit differently. The video was for some reason lagging behind, so I had to redo it again, so we're going to hope that it works this time. Anyways, we are no longer linked to the challenge of before, so we're probably going to set up a team of 6 so that we can do evolution, because one of the favorite things I used to do back when I was a kid was try and catch all of the Pokemon, so that's what I'm probably going to do. I'll still probably do all of the fighting with Inteleon, but nevertheless, it's still pretty fun. And I do want to show the endgame content. What I think is very interesting is you don't get a Master Ball at all during the main game content. But yeah. So anyways, let's see what the endgame content has to offer. Looks like something's going on in Sunbeam World. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's working much better. So let's do this. Congratulations, champion. Here, I've got a little something for you as celebration. Oh, there's the Master Ball. I was just waiting this entire time. Professor Magnolia, why, you didn't have to come all this way. After everything Yoshi has achieved, it's really the least I could do. The wishing stars that make Dynamaxing possible are parts of Eternatus. And when Eternatus was awakened, Dynamax energy flooded the entire region. Because of that, Dynamax Pokemon were popping up all over, causing trouble across all of Galar. Yoshi and her friends came to our rescue. The Dynamax phenomenon has long been an important part of Galarian culture. I hope everyone will use the power of Dynamaxing correctly in the days to come. So yeah, and Yoshi, please do what you believe is best. Poor Professor Magnolia. It seems she's quite bothered by the chairman's actions, since she helped carry out so much of the research he did to Dynamaxing for him. And she just tells us about the little Master Ball. But now we're gonna attempt to walk around, because obviously we didn't catch the legendary Pokemon from before, so obviously one of the first things we need to do is try and actually get that. So now that I'm no longer linked to whatever that team was before, I do want to actually change my team up a little bit in case I do face off against a random trainer. I, of course, will not use legendaries because that'll be cheap, so gonna definitely put in Green Dent. It's one of my favorites. Not sure who I'll pick. I usually prefer Growlithe as a fire type. Should probably get those guys up. And then I should probably have a flying type. I'll just stick with this. And then the other type I don't know yet. I'm gonna actually wait a little bit for that. I might get like a fighting type. I usually get a fighting type somewhere, but I don't have a strong fighting type yet, so I might catch a random Pokemon instead to evolve. I think the first thing I should do is I'm going to show you how I kind of do my catching in this game. So first, apparently I skipped this Lulu last time, and don't believe we have one yet. Yeah, so we're going to attempt to catch this. Here it is, the Quick Ball. This one's the big one. If we use a lot of these, we could sometimes catch the Pokemon really early. It's usually really effective, but you can only use one per Pokemon you would catch. And what you just saw there is what makes the game really broken. There used to be no XP share for the entire game. Now they changed it so that they do our stuff. Now I will probably change my Salvo nickname. One of the last things I'll probably do. Yeah. For anybody who's kind of weirded out what's been going on with, like, some of the other mechanics that I might have talked about, apparently this game intends you to actually walk around with your Switch, like, in slow motion, because if you find someone else's Switch, similar to, like, in the original, if you found someone else's 3DS or DS, you could actually battle and trade with them at random. And in this one, you can obviously camp with up to 4 of your friends. Ooh. Whenever you see the flashy icon, that means you'll want to run into this Pokemon. Because it could be a really good one. Originally, that meant if it was either big or something else. I forgot what it is, but from the looks of it, and yes, our whole party trades the experience. Oh, it was a W-giving Pokemon. I'm guessing shiny hunting will be a little bit tough. There's probably shiny Pokemon in this game, but it's probably really tough if they just all hide in there. Some of them you can see. I'm gonna get this one first, I guess. We are going to try to catch all of the Pokemon this time, by the way. I accidentally used the super effective move on it, not knowing about that. But yeah, I'm obviously not going to get stuff done. And this is what I was trying to skip originally. It's because when all these Pokemon chain level ups together, they're going to start, most of the time it's just going to be them learning moves over and over again. It gets kind of annoying, so even if I was playing with even if I was allowed to play with a full party, I still wouldn't lean towards it, because it adds quite a few little bit of extra time into each battle, becoming really annoying. So I feel like the experience is actually fully shared. Nah, it won't actually work anyway. Yeah. Okay. Good. Minna used to be one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 5, Pokemon Black. Guard Switch's a terrible move. Never want to learn that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is just doing the endgame content now. I'm still going to probably do all of it with my one Pokemon, but it's not gonna be the same as before. So obviously, since we've been given a Master Ball, there's one main task we have to do, is we need to go back to here and see what's going on. Huh, Koyoshi, what are you doing here in the woods? What about you? Nobody ever comes in here, since this is the forest where Zakian and Zemensta rested. It's the best place to do a bit of faking since it's so quiet all. You say you felt something was calling you here, Koyoshi? That's uncanny. But I hadn't had the chance to tell you. Congrats on your victory, Koyoshi. Honestly, Koyoshi, I never thought you'd manage to beat my brother, the greatest champion Galar ever had. He was undefeatable till you came around. It's actually still pretty hard to believe. Really, you're amazing, Koyoshi. So amazing that maybe I don't even realize just how amazing you really are. Koyoshi, do you think would you be up for one more battle? See, I knew this was coming, by the way. So of course we have to say yes. And show me the strength that defeated Lee, greatest champion we ever had. I'm ready whenever you are, so just say the word. Okay, nice. So we have an option. So of course we have an optional battle with our rival again. An optional battle. He has the new animation too, where he slaps himself before he starts. This time around, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I've been playing most of the game without, with using items, and they seem pretty broken, so I'm gonna try and defeat them without even using a single item. Because at some point I want to actually beat the entire game without using an item. My goodness. Feint's a really bad move, so we're not going to learn that. That's a good one. We're gonna take out weak Lear for that. Yes, I am actually trying to build up my team. No. Yes, that's a really good move. We're gonna remove weak Fury attack for that. I wonder how many evolutions we're gonna get in this one battle. Double kick's much better, I like that. You want to know why I said that, by the way? Unless Habs has a really strong 6 Pokemon, Habs is probably going to be as weak just like he was before, because all of his original Pokemon were really weak to my the best, so... yeah. So in case you didn't notice, we have to deal with this all of the time. I think keeping Hone Claws might be better. I don't like that Dark type move. So I'll probably be replacing Ton as well. But we'll see. Corviknight. Whew. Oh yeah. So again, in case I haven't mentioned this before, we don't have any rules on defeating trainers. I'm just defeating them all with the best just because I want to have a little bit of fun. Probably a dumb move, but I can always get its moves back later. I don't know why, but I always like having a Pikachu in my team. Pikachu's like my favorite Pokemon of all. I don't even remember what my last one was, but whatever it was, I kind of exchanged it for Pikachu. Okay. The reason why I said I'm not gonna try and beat Hop without items is because Hop is not really have a good way of dealing with our starter. Now, if had we pick maybe a Pokemon that was really weak overall, then pretty much any battle would be hard. But yeah. You can see how easy this game is if you have 6 Pokemon, because they literally all gain a bunch of experience with every thing. So pretty much all of the grinding is gone, like, you don't have to really grind at all. There's always the grinding for the end game, but if all your Pokemon get shared experience, then there's nothing you really do. Oh yeah, I always forget about this. Oh yeah, and then, the only move he has is not going to do much damage to me anyways. So yeah, Snorlax survives, but that's okay, because it's a Snorlax. Of course he would. In case you're new, we're not supposed to evolve Garwood right away, because the way he gains move power is, if you evolve him too early, he's not going to actually, do really well. Also, some of my Pokemon are really moves earlier because they're weak and they're still getting experience. Okay, now we're gonna replace this. Most of these are actually crappy Pokemon. My 6th team member still hasn't been determined yet. This is the new one? Okay, it's one of those dragon, maybe... It's water flying, I think, actually. Yeah, it's water flying because it said Ice Sphere was effective. I think we just have to risk it. If we can get at least 3 of them, we'll be good. So this just proves that Hops is pathetic as always. Because I was able to sweep this entire team, and I didn't even have to use a single item. Now we're gonna get a bunch of evolutions in just a minute. I didn't expect there to be such a gap between you and me, mate. And here we go. All of the evolutions now. I've decided not to nickname any of the Pokemon except for Pikachu, who I've named after the same nickname that I put on in... from my Pikachu in, what was it? Oh, yeah, in... It was in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. My bad, sorry. I have trouble remembering things. So there really is no way I could ever beat you. I mean, you even beat my unbeatable brother. If it isn't the 2 of you again, I was wondering what all the noise was about. And if it isn't Sonia. Hideyoshi, congratulations on beating Leon. Thank you. Taking in all that stride like it's your due, eh? Cheeky thing. What are you doing here? Should you be off assisting the professor? Hop, I'm actually not working as my grand's assistant any longer. In fact, I'm the professor now. You are? And I've got the 2 of you to thank for that. I was just along for the ride on your adventure, but I ended up taking a real interest in the history of the Galar region, and I came to care for Pokemon even more than I ever had before. Here, it's a book I wrote. I even signed it. That makes it a collector's item. Ooh. I've already got my own copy, lined up to buy it on the day it came out. Thanks, Op. That's so sweet. I'll sign your copy for you later. Anyway, I got my grand's blessing and put out my first book under my own name. I think you can expect great things of the lovely Professor Sonia in the future, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I expect so. Sonia and Kuliyoshi, you both amaze me. I got a lot to live up to here. So what are you yuns doing here? Oh, right. Oh, that's it, isn't it? You are putting the rusted sword and rusted shield back in their place? Can't just keep holding on to them forever, right? Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing. We were just about to do that. You forgot entirely, didn't you? But do you think the two of you besties now with Zacian and Zemenzda or something? That must be it, Kuliyoshi. Why, you felt like you were called here. Let's put the sword and shield back and say a proper thanks for all of our help. Maybe if we do, we'll get to see Zacian and Zemenzda again someday. Or we could face them in a legendary battle right away, because that's what's probably gonna happen. Interesting. They don't care for a free heal, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to make sure that's okay. Remember, the rest of this game is just to have fun, man. I used to just go through Pokemon having fun, but yeah. Okay. Zacian Zemenzda, thanks loads for helping us out. Took us a little while, but we've brought back your precious relics and all. You and Hop returned the rusted sword and rusted shield. Alright, that's about settles it. Cool, Yoshi, why don't you and I head back? What are we gonna do, Sonia? I think I'll just stay here a bit longer. I want to do a little more research here in the forest. My power spot detector's going off. Well, I heard someone making some noise along the way. What is this? Oh. Well, you wouldn't be the Professor Sonia who wrote the book Galar History. Hello, you brought my book? Why, yes, of course. Read it from cover to cover. Why, yes. I even wrote an internet review for it, of course. That awful book was filled with lies, so we gave it 1 star. What? There are no lies printed in that book. That's just plain rude. I am Swordward. I am Shieldbird. We are the new kings of Galar. We are descendants of the first kings. More than that, we're celebrities. New kings? Descendants? Seriously, what are you on about? What exactly are you two supposed to be? Well, could these things here be the fabled sword and shield? Well, they certainly are dirty. They must be fake. I fear to touch them with my bare hands. And they immediately took it. Hey, don't go, Nicky Nose. We just returned them. Oh, dude, shut up. We only happened to pick up some things that were dropped on the ground. If you got a problem with it, how about you prove to whom they belong? Well, there's no way anybody could prove who those ancient things belong to. Even if we can't prove it, they're really important to Zacian and Zemenzda. Oh goodness, such a plebeian and yet so pushy. If it is really so important to you, then perhaps we should settle this with a battle. We're celebrities who buy battles for twice what they're worth. What's that even mean? I, the magnificent Sealbird, am your opponent. Oh, yep, an extra battle. Out of nowhere. This is where everything starts becoming new. We have no idea what's going on. So, once again, I'm gonna try and beat it without using moves, and we're gonna try and figure out which resists and which does not resist, I guess. We got a 5-it, by the way, and it didn't do much. Okay, it's just using defense. That's pretty expected. He's the shield person, so that means he's probably going to use a lot of that. Okay. Looks like a grass type to me, but it's not even flying type either. It's a Galarian Farfetch'd there. Sam is really crappy, by the way. So we're not letting it. Okay, well, I'm still over-leveling him, but not by much. Ooh. Of course he has Protect. Of course he has Protect. Okay, then. We already had to deal with 2 optional battles already. Okay, then. Kind of an interesting Pokemon there. Retaliate. They used to be really broken, but I don't know. I might replace it with a better move anyway. No more warm-ups, it's time to beat you hollow. Oh yeah? This first bonus episode's definitely probably gonna be longer than I first thought. Oh great, now we actually have to deal with this problem. So you know how we're gonna deal with that? We're gonna use our big hydro cannon. We haven't gotten to use it much. I only use it when I'm it KOing a Pokemon, by the way, because if I don't actually KO them, I have to wait a little bit. So I'd rather not deal with that. Oh, how can this be? Me, my Pokemon. You took that, the rusted shield. To somehow have defeated the adorable Pokemon I go strolling with. You are certainly strong. However, it appears my older brother was victorious. Sorry, Kuliyoshi, I lost him. Something on your mind, boy. You weren't concentrating at all during our battle. Younger brother, isn't that the one who stopped Eternatus? Oh ho, now that I look closely, I believe it is. What a rude child, snatching up our chance at glory like that. According to our sources, I believe she was also present during the destruction of our magnificent mural our ancestors so artfully created many years ago. What a garish bird. Destroying the mural our family has held in such high esteem for so long? Mural, you mean the one that hid the historical ruins of Zemensta and the others? And hold on a moment, Kuliyoshi wasn't the one who strayed. Let us withdraw for a moment. Next time we shall bring Pokemon that will utterly defeat you. Yes, let's do that. And with that, farewell. Wait, stop! Give back the rusted sword. Hold on, Aunt. Oh, that kid, he's gone and recklessly run off. At least here come, Kuliyoshi. I expected as much. I'm surprised that Hop lost to someone like that. He looked upset about something during the battle. Maybe that had something to do with it? His own rival became the new champion, and his gold vanished before his eyes. You can't help but wonder how he feels about it. Oh. Anyway, Swordward and Shieldbird, was it? I think I might know something about where those two weirdos went. Shall we go over it at the lab in Wedgehurst? Of course. I bet I didn't even need to ask. Thanks. Okay, we'll meet up later. I'll head back to the lab. Okay, so now a goal actually has become clear to us again. This is not counting, by the way, because it's, I'm not counting this because this is not part of the main storyline, so we could literally do whatever we want. That's why I have a full 6-team party. Most of them are probably not going to even be used at all, though. We're probably going to just use them for revives that we didn't use before. And I'll obviously label this as a bonus episode so people don't get confused. I will even go so much to comment if needed to. But yeah, I guess now we're just going for the end game. That's one thing I missed in Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu. I should have done that. Professor Sonia, you have a visitor. Hey, Kulioshi. Glad you're here. Who's this? She's my assistant. I've been so busy with research lately that I had to bring on some extra help. I've been keeping all of the wishing stars that Chairman Rose had been gathering here in the lab. Things have been a little hectic around here, but my assistant has been handling things in a proper fashion. She's really been helping me keep things afloat. I really haven't been doing all that much. You're Kulioshi, the champion, right? I'm really glad I get to meet you. It's an honor, truly. Come here for a moment, would you? There's something I would want you to have a look at. Oh, my apologies if I'm saying all this wrong. You remember my power spot detector, right? It detects places where Dynamaxing is possible. Basically, when there's a high concentration of Galar particles, the readings spike. And that's how I figured it out. Power's detector reacted when those two got close. Could it be? Exactly. Follow the readings for the power spot detector and you might be able to find those sword and shield wheels. So, Orward and Shieldbird might claim to be royalty with their weird fancy names, but it's easier to just call them weirdos, don't you think? Let's get back on topic though. I placed power spot detectors all around Galar and now it's their time to shine. Power spot detectors, Axis. Whoa, that's a way bigger reaction than I would have thought. Look, it's coming from Turtfield Stadium. You could always Dynamax Pokemon at the stadium, so that's not exactly unusual. These readings are way higher than normal. It can't be Eternatus. You already caught it. Maybe it's something related to those Sword and Shield Weirdos. You should go check it out, Kulioshi, since you are snazzy new champion and all. I've set out your town map to show you where the strong particle reactions are coming from, so have a look at it. Okay, so now we have a big exclamation point that appears in random spots. And we haven't even started our catching spam yet. Because since I still have a lot of money from just having all the healing items, I can probably just go around and do a lot of stuff, man. Now, yes, I am keeping my Pokemon in for the double battle scene this time, because obviously, we'll still need to do some double battles, so having a 6-team party is kind of required for that, but who knows. Hang on, we need to actually go to Turtfield now. Oh. You're... Hello there, champion. So you came. What's going on here? How carefree can you be? You're the new champion. You're bigger than a Dynamax Pokemon right now. I was actually in the middle of an expedition match with peers. Then this Dynamax Pokemon came charging in. The audience and staff already took shelter. I got everyone who was seated on the north side of the stadium evacuated. You must have heard, right? More Dynamax Pokemon are running amok. Much obliged, Top. I accepted nothing less from Gym Challenger. I knew we could count on you. I lost in the semifinals, though. Koliyoshi. I chased those red and blue guys and saw them head into Turf Field Stadium. Then I heard the uproar, and there was no way I could leave it alone. I had to help out. Sorry. I actually lost sight of them and all that much. Those suspicious characters you saw are concerning. But for now, we should get this Dynamax Pokemon to settle down first. I'll be glad for your help against such a tough-looking opponent, Champion Koliyoshi. Of course. I'll lend a hand, too. I don't blame the Pokemon, of course, but I'm still a bit miffled they upstaged me. You come too, bro, of the old champion. I don't know how much I can really help. If I come along, I might just end up slowing the rest of you down. I don't really know the guy, but I don't think Leon be all lost about this. Though he does get actually lost a lot. You coming? Okay. What's even happened to Leon, honestly? Piers might look scary, but he's great at looking after others. He's a big brother, after all. Alright, we should get going, too. So this is a Force Dynamax encounter. So this is just like the wild Dynamax Pokemon we did before. It's a Tisserina. Ooh. We'll try Max Hailstorm first. So this is just like the other ones. So now they're not just linked to those specific spots. You can fight them there, or they will randomly be in the stadium now, which is interesting. My goodness, this one's weak. These aren't just weak trainers, too. They're mostly really good. Except when that one goes right for my face. My goodness, everyone's getting attacked by the hail. And I just got healed, by the way. So literally the grass thing heals all of us. Okay. Yeah, that was still pretty easy. It's not a catchable Pokemon. Mile, use a revive. Phew, looks like things finally calmed down a bit. This Dynamax stuff, no matter how many times I see it, I still don't like it. I can see your dislike of Dynamaxing still hasn't changed, Piers. But there was definitely something off about that Dynamax transformation. There wasn't any trainer anywhere. And the Pokemon seemed like it could even control the power itself. Quite right. Normally a Pokemon needs to respond to a Dynamax band in order to Dynamax, but Seems there was some discord in the harmony between trainer and Pokemon. Did you feel anything unusual, Koyoshi? I did. So, yeah, you noticed something was off too. There's no trainer to be found. This really is a mystery wrapped in an enigma. I made sure Turffield Gym takes good care of this Pokemon for the time being. You lot really helped me out there. Thanks for that. Oh, and Koyoshi, if you should ever need my help, feel free to call me anytime. We got a lead card. Ooh. Alright then, follow me, little Serena. Well, looks like the Dynamax nonsense has calmed down. Well, the champion is expected. Ah, it's you two! I knew you would be here. Give that rusted sword back. Well, I'd never. It's not like it's something that belongs to you either. Even if it were yours, we wouldn't give it back. What's with those two, Ark? Get over here so I could bow you. Who are these guys? Taters and staff should have been evacuated. The normal rules simply don't apply to us. Yes, that's what it means to be celebrities. What? Who is this ruffian to question us? You're just one with strange tastes in hairstyles. His entire hairstyle is complete black and white nonsense. Isn't it over, Robber? You think I'd put faith in words from rude little punks like you? But seems our experiment was our success, younger brother. Quite. Next time, let us try and Dynamax an even stronger Pokemon. Yes. Last, we shall reveal the true nature of Zacian and Zemensta. What was that about Zacian and Zemensta? You despicable champion. We're going to keep letting Dynamax Pokemon run wild. If you want to stop us, do our best to chase after our splendid-looking bottoms. More like celebrity bottoms. And with that, farewell. So you were the ones who caused all this? Stop. Calm down, Op. You don't gotta act so hard. But they're getting away. Yeah, and they could be leading us to a trap. It's a bad idea to run in unprepared. But still. Fine. You're right, I get it. Good, let's all calm down for a second. Thanks to them running their mouths, we know their goal is to force Pokemon to Dynamax. And their plan to continue doing it. I won't allow it. Yeah. This is no time to be hung up on getting back that rusted sword. Koyoshi, Piers, we have got to stop those two. Okay. Man, this endgame might actually be a little bit longer than I thought. I'm definitely going to continue it. Oh, there you are, Koyoshi. Things are a right proper mess. Just when I thought the Galar particle count around Turffield had calmed down, I started getting huge Galar particle readings from Hudbury Stadium and Mustaske Stadium. So what exactly happened at Turffield Stadium? A Dynamax Pokemon went on a rampage? Huh? Those Sword and Shield weirdos did it? Oh, Sonia. Hop and Piers? Piers, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back at Spite Move? I'm an ex-gym leader. I can be wherever I want. It's not that weird. More importantly, you said that there were Dynamax Pokemon at other stadiums? Yes, I'm getting the same readings in our towns as I was from Turffield Stadium. I'm worried about Marnie. But Spite Move Gym should be okay, right? I'm only seeing readings from Hudbury Stadium and Mustaske Stadium. Ah, I see. Pokemon are being forced to Dynamax and running wild. There's no way I could simply sit by and watch. What do you say, Koyoshi? Let's head to one of the stadiums. Heh, that's the seared champion. Leave those Sword and Shield weirdos to me. I can poke around the net for sightings of them. Well, we'll leave the researching to this, or Snownia, was it? We should get to the other stadiums and help out. Well, that definitely wasted a lot of time. So, in order to try and keep the video not too long, but also kind of okay, we're going to probably use our money relatively soon to a certain Pokemon back, and then we're gonna try and level up Pokemon to make them evolution at the same time as what we would do normally. So, yeah, this guy congratulates us for being the champion, which I think is really cool. Okay, so first we're going to buy a lot of these, and some Great Balls as well. We'll use only Great Balls or Ultra Balls on these Pokemon, I think. I think using a regular Pokeballs would be kind of silly. But yeah, I mentioned I would catch Pokemon, and I'm not lying about that. We're going to actually go in and catch Pokemon, so... We'll start with the Diglett. I think the first thing I should do is go back to that main stadium just so I can get the more quick balls, because this is like the main ball I use for catching. I'm gonna probably buy close to around 100 of these if I'm able to. Thankfully, catching all the other Pokemon doesn't take too long. Most of them will be caught instantly. There's a couple that may take a little while, but I don't know. If I wanted to speed it up, I would have to use a False Swipe Pokemon to make that happen, but I don't actually really know which Pokemon has False Swipe, so for now I'll just... Okay. You know what? We'll buy Ice Punch this time around. That one's just for fun. I don't think Inteleon can actually use it. Funny, it shows that I'm over there, even though I'm clearly not. Ah, here it is. Found it. This is the big one, boys. We need a lot of these. So we'll just get 91. Oh, and yes, we get Premier Balls. I completely forgot. If you buy bunches of Pokeballs at once, Quick Balls, anything, you get Premier Balls as bonus. So it definitely helps to buy them all at once. Now, as for what we're going to use on each Pokemon, I still don't know yet. I think we're going to start by actually heading backwards for the routes and trying to catch stuff, and then maybe later when we go into the wild area, we'll do like a full sweep of that area. Most of these Pokemon we haven't even caught yet, so we'll be able to try a bunch of these different ones. Most of these are pretty easy to catch, but they all have a chance of breaking out randomly. This is how you can catch Pokemon really quickly, by the way. That's an actual Eevee, by the way. This one is a lot more important. In case you didn't know, in case you're still new to Pokemon, Eevee has several different evolutions. So we're going to spend a while catching at least, I believe, 7 of these. You need a lot of them to evolve. It used to be pretty much hard to find one. Like, In some of the original games, you can only get one Eevee per time, which meant that you had to, at minimum, have at least 3 of them. It was kind of silly. Interesting that there's random woo-woo hiding as well. And there's like an exclamation point that pops up telling you that you couldn't see where that guy was. There's one that I don't have yet. It's kind of interesting. There's a special Eevee I could have gotten from one of the other spots, but apparently I didn't need to do that, I guess. Guess that's good. And yes, they're setting quick balls on everything, because that's by far the fastest way to catch them. Don't get much experience from them though, so... There are one of those woo-woos, by the way. Woo-woos are pretty much everywhere, it seems like. I actually didn't know that woo-woos could spawn right here. Okay. So what I'm guessing is Eevee's the rare spawn. So I need to pay attention to that. If I ever actually see Eevee, I need to go for it right away. Oh, there's a pumpkin boo in a couple spots. Ran for that specific one that I wanted, which was a pumpkin boo, and instead I got this one instead. Thankfully the fleeing's not too bad. Oh my gosh, this spiking is so hard to control sometimes. Okay. I did really like this Pokemon Kid area when I first fought the Pokemon Kids. It was really cool that there were both boys and girls this time. And I liked how the girls were Eevee and the boys were Pikachu. It was pretty cool. Definitely one of the cutest areas I've been through for a while. What I'm saying is I really, really, really like that trainer design. I think they were... The girl one in particular wasn't there before. That's like a new one. It's crazy how I could just mash B to immediately send the thing to a box. That's a Yamper. Don't remember if I have a Yamper or not. Okay, I do. Yeah, and there are different areas you can camp in now. Oh, this guy I need to chase down. Now, it doesn't take very long for a random Pokemon to start breaking out and make this whole mess, but for most of the easy ones, I think they're like 90% or more catch rate. That's one we don't have yet either. I think that other one I caught was actually the evolution of this one. Thankfully, they're pretty easy to catch. And since I cleared all the trainers out in this area already, I don't have to worry about running into them randomly. So I'm going to do this if I'm not able to get to a lot of the Pokemon. Oh, and yes, before I forget, I will probably show off the camping feature a little bit before anybody gets angry about me accidentally doing it and then not doing it. In fact, I want to actually try and do it in every single camping spot possible. I think that'd be really good to go for. Okay, good. Jilbur's evolution used to be one of the best Pokemon in Pokemon Black. Excadrill was actually pretty OP, and there was nothing really you could do to counter it. It had really good balance overall. It was a very difficult Pokemon to counter. Oh, and that was not my video there. The game just glitched out because I got into a battle so quickly the sound didn't play for a little bit. Everything's still fine now. I'm gonna probably end this episode as soon as I get out of this area. As soon as I get one of these. Okay. Oh, right, we finally got out of this area, so I need to go ahead and retreat to one of the areas. Let's save here first in case this immediately triggers a cutscene. We're gonna go to Mastake first, actually. Okay, we are free. So we're going to stop in this area, I guess. Let's see what our Pokedex is getting at, since we're doing that kind of randomly. 34 caught, 224 seen. We still have a long way to go, by the way. Alright, before I forget about it, let's change our Pokemon around a little bit. Because I do want to get only a Pokemon, except for, of course, removing Inteleon. We always have to keep Inteleon in at all times. Pidove's a really important one. Jilbur I know is good. This one we still need a little bit. And then we need Electrike. Litchlick's now a really important one. And that'll be my team for next video. I'm changing it up just so that I can get as many evolutions as I can, because I'm not going to actually do all of this. I'll probably just do a little bit of the catching on video, but I will probably do the rest of it off stream, and maybe someday I will post another bonus episode when I have more, but that doesn't mean I'm not doing the end game. I'm already started the end game content, and I've gone through quite a bit of it. There are some thieves we need to keep track of. So until then, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video as we try and catch the legendary Zemensta in this game. Goodbye.